Hello, good people of the internet. Welcome back to more Spyro the Dragon. We're going into Colossus. We were talking about something off camera relating to Spyro, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, we were talking about things that I feel like they should have changed and updated and whatnot. And off screen, I continue to kind of rip on it just because there are certain things about it that I feel like they could have done to actually improve the game from the first one. Stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, you thought that he should actually fly, or at least, like...
get the ability to learn how to.
But I feel like that would kind of break the game a bit.
Okay, but... again, that's one of those things where, you know, it gives you a sense of feeling like you've progressed, like you've accomplished something, rather than just running around ticking a bunch of boxes, as it were. You know, it gives your character a power-up. It makes you feel like that's your reward for going through and doing the stuff, you know?
So Johnny's not exactly the completionist type of gamer that I am.
And that's not to say that I don't appreciate completionist type games. I'm a really big fan of, you know, like, certain types of, like, logic puzzles and, you know, mazes and
but
other
I guess
things
you're just not really into collectathon. Is that it?
It's not even necessarily that. I don't mind a collectathon when it's what I would consider to be well built.
This is well built.
Not in the same sort of sense.
Alright, so what sort of sense?
Well, see, here, for all your collectathon stuff, you literally just run around and smash pots open, like what's Legend of Zelda. They look very similar, they have about the same sort of equivalencies and whatnot. Like, it looks like it should be a currency for buying upgrades or something. You know, it doesn't look like it's something you should really... Especially when you're using it to pay off money bags to unlock new areas of the game or whatever. You know, it's kind of just an arbitrary obstacle thrown in your way to slow you down, so this way it feels like the game's padded out more than it really is. That's not to say it's bad, I'm just saying it's not what the sort of style I prefer. I prefer the idea where, like, having to solve puzzles and whatnot means that you gotta, well, solve puzzles.
You like the puzzles in Nancy Drew?
Maybe not quite that tedious, but yes, in a sense. You know, I like being able to walk around and do things to, you know, like, you know, oh hey, I explored down over in this, like, underground well thing that I didn't realize I could fall down. Cool! Oh hey, if I pound ground here, you know, I go down even further. Hey, there's a lever there. What's that do? Click. I open up a secret, like, level entrance or whatever. You know, it just, I want the games to feel large and open, and the more you actually... And I want it to feel like you're encouraged to run around and explore. And,
well, you are encouraged. You're encouraged to get all the gems and all the orbs and all the things.
Again, pots.
Yeah, so? That means it's not encouraging?
They're just strewn about all over the place. They're not exactly put into, like...
Well, you have to explore everywhere to get them all, though.
Hey, look what I can do.
Like, I could have taken that platform, but I chose to stay down here and smash those pots to get those gems I would have missed otherwise, right?
Great.
So, you're just not enjoying Spyro, I guess?
It's not that. It's not that I'm even not enjoying it. I am. I just have my complaints, I guess.
Okay.
Or my preferences, whatever. I'm not even trying to say it's a bad game. It's just not a style of game I personally feel like I would enjoy a lot playing. Because it feels a lot simpler than I think it should be.
Well, I mean, these are pretty early... These are PS1 games originally.
Okay.
So, I mean... I don't know. Like, how deep does it need to be?
Deeper.
Okay, well... Like, how deep?
Like, Mario 64 Star Collection level kind of deep. You know, I mean, it gives you, like, a certain tests and things, and it gives you a reward for doing that, which allows you to progress and whatnot. You know, it's a very fluid sort of thing.
It has that.
Yeah, well, instead of that, this is like, oh yeah, run around and collect all 400 of these gems, so you could pay off this one guy so he'll open the bridge for you.
Well, you also in this new game, you also have the orbs that you collect by doing the side quests.
Yeah, but what does that do for you?
It lets you progress. I think like in order to go to the next hub world, I have to have a certain number of orbs or something. Which is the same thing as Mario 64, right? You gotta collect a certain number of stars in order to open a certain door. So it's the same kind of thing.
But the task and whatever assigns you to do that feel fun.
Wow. I mean, I think this is fun.
Well, like, for instance, in Mario 64, the first world, there's this whole, like, big-ass level you can go run around and explore and do kind of whatever you wanted. And there's some secrets and stuff you can get just by kind of dicking around.
Well, what do you think I'm doing? I'm dicking around, I'm finding secrets.
Yeah, but for a collectathon, these gems are literally everywhere. And again, it looks like there's supposed to be some sort of, like, currency for upgrades, not just some number to pad out the game. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like it has any real value or weight to collecting these things. It feels like it's just something they gave you to do. Like a chore.
So you said you like Banjo-Kazooie, right?
Sure.
The notes, right? Wouldn't the notes be the same thing?
The notes or the puzzle pieces or whatever. Not quite. In some cases, yes, I will definitely agree that there are padded and strewn about literally just everywhere. But the puzzle pieces, the golden puzzle pieces, I can't remember exactly what they're called right on the top. Jiggies, thank you. Now, those were actually hidden in really clever spots that you had to do a lot of digging and exploring and thinking about how to do things that it felt rewarding when you were finally figured out the puzzle to it. For instance, I think the one at the top of the captain ship, I don't remember if you had to go into like a geyser or something to shoot yourself up there, or if you had to like do like a pirate thing and swing from one of the ropes or whatever. Anyway, but there was a certain sequence of events you had to do to, complete the puzzle that you just kind of had to figure out on your own. This doesn't feel like that.
Okay. I think I kind of get what you're saying.
Again, I'm not trying to say that this is necessarily bad or that I don't enjoy it. I just prefer the other style. And in my opinion, Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, in a lot of ways, feel similar like that. Does that kind of get what
I think so. This is just a different kind of game, I guess. I mean, it's still a collectathon like the other two are, but it's more streamlined, I guess. Is that the right word?
Or maybe that's what my issue is. It just feels too linear.
I can kind of see it. I mean, I felt like Crash was too linear because the levels were literally like straight lines, basically.
Yeah, in this, it's not quite a straight line, but it definitely leads you down a very particular path. I like the idea of having the freedom to explore a really big, like, open world, or at least a really, really, really large level that I can kind of run around and, talk to people, collect a bunch of different things, and just do stuff. That doesn't always necessarily feel like a...
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, Spyro 1 was basically just just running around collecting gems, fighting the dragons.
Yeah.
Spyro 2 has these side quests that you can do.
Yeah, you call them side quests, and like they're cool little distractions, but it's still basically the same game as the first.
Yeah.
Again, I would compare these to essentially the equivalency of the flight levels from the first game. Like, yeah, it's a neat distraction that's not the norm, but that's all it is. It's just a norm. Or a distraction from the norm.
I suppose so. So what would you do differently?
Well...
That wouldn't break the game. Because I feel like letting Spyro like actually fly, maybe, would kind of break the levels.
I would disagree, but even fine. You don't want to make it full flying, fine. Give it so this way he has like a stage 2 or whatever of his gliding, so now he can double jump. Give it so he can double jump from the ground and then glide. Give it so he can, I don't know, do a somersault in the air that gives him a bunch of lift so he can continue gliding. Have him be able to, I don't know, poop eggs on people from the sky. I don't know, something.
So how would you build levels around that?
Would you like to try?
Well, pulling from the first game, if you want to go back to the fight thing, if he's like pooping eggs or whatever onto enemies and whatnot as one of his powers, it'd be kind of funny, but, you know, you could actually probably use that. You know, have him like do like a... have it so this way he has to glide around and he's got to do like a dive bomb kind of thing, so he, you know, he's got to get up to a certain amount of height and then glide around and then drop eggs on people. You know, maybe it defeats enemies in one hit compared to like your regular fire breath. Maybe it's a way to get past like metal enemies or whatever, which seems to be like a thing in this, where they're only susceptible to charge attacks or whatever. Give him a charge upgrade so he can like, I don't know.
I mean, technically, that's what the supercharge and the super flames are. Even if
I guess
they're
give him access to being able to do that more permanently.
Well, I mean, I technically...
work his way up to being able to do it permanently, you know?
Technically, I have the super flame permanent.
Well, yes.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Again, that's because
to.
you beat the level the first time without it.
Yeah,
Or
beat the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, at this point, it's kind of pointless to give it to you because you've already beaten the game.
Yeah.
Like, you're only playing this for my sake at this point, really.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
So... See, like this hockey thing. I don't know. It's kind of neat, actually. It could be like a neat little, like, side mode or something. I feel like it's kind of weird to have this be like the main part of the main adventure.
Well, no, this is a side quest. I technically already beat the level. I'm just doing the extra exploring around to get the rest of the stuff.
Well, regardless, I guess my point remains that, you know, it seems kind of silly.
I guess.
Again, I don't necessarily mind it, but it is a distraction.
Oh, fuck, right, the skill points. I completely forgot about skill points.
Stare at it long enough?
Yeah, which don't actually rank up skills of any sort. It's just a thing to collect.
Yeah. Shoot, I need to...
Like everything else.
Hold on. Skill points. Guidebook.
Banjo-Kazooie and whatnot, to my if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Banjo actually got different moves and whatnot. You know, running around and exploring and doing stuff in the different levels and collecting certain things, which you could then go trade in. I think it was a shop of some sort, or maybe it was just a per level. But regardless, now I will admit, Mario was dissimilar in the fact that no, he never got any upgrades or extra moves or anything. It was just his, you know, punches and kicks and the jumps and whatnot. But that's all Mario's ever really had.
Yeah.
I've experienced a lot of other games with, you know, Spyro in it, where he's got a lot of other cool stuff he can do. And it just feels like this is really limited.
Well, the first 3 games all kind of play similarly, which is kind of why it's easy to bundle them together. I mean, you get upgrades with like the flutter jump that you get at the end of your glide, like that, you know.
The hover.
The hover, yeah.
See, when you say flutter jump, I keep expecting like a Yoshi kind of like, you know, flutter jump.
Ah.
But I feel like it would have been a lot easier just to give you a double jump.
I guess.
Thank goodness you scared that evil spirit away. But now it will hide in the statues. If you were to flame all 10 statues, I'm sure you would chase it away for good.
You know how we were talking about disenchantment earlier, where things just seem to kind of happen?
Yeah. It's the same for Spyro, I know.
Yeah.
Things that do just kind of happen, yeah. I agree.
And sure, that's kind of how it is in a lot of games. But in Spyro, it's a little prominent.
Yeah, I won't argue with that.
Again, I'm not trying to riff on it too hard to the point of saying I don't like it or anything. There are some mechanical changes that I would like to see. For instance, I feel like the mechanics behind the platforming could have been done better.
Alright, like
Also,
how?
well, for instance, the ability to double jump, or to jump and flap to get higher or something.
I kind of like the simplicity, if I'm honest. Like you got your charge, you got your flames, and you got your glide. And it's simple, and it's all you really need. I don't know. It's like adding a...
See, why did they make that a portal? Why not give me that as an ability? That would have been cool as shit.
Because that would break the level. You would, like, the point is to,
But if I've already beaten the level or whatever, that's my reward for the next one. Build a level around jumping really high and gliding around and stuff. Like, I'm just... I don't know. I feel like there's certain things they could have done for the design that doesn't.
But then, like, I don't know. Then unlocking that new, like, basically OP ability would.
How is it OP? It's literally just the ability to jump really high.
Well, yeah, but then I would be able to reach the rooftops of like all
So
the
then
levels.
make it a charge thing, so you have to hold it down for a second. Whatever. Like, I mean.
They have to build the levels around these things, you know?
Yeah, and they could have.
I guess.
But they didn't. Like, let me super jump to the top of that roof thing there so I can enter a secret level. Let me go up there and hit a lever so it unlocks the gates that continue. Let me go up there and beat the crap out of money bags. Like, whatever. You know, I'm just saying. It's nice to have rewards that make it feel like you're growing and accomplishing things as you progress. You know? I like character progression. That is my big draw to most of the video games and whatnot I play. I like feeling like I am upgrading and strengthening and getting better at what I'm doing.
Yeah, Spyro doesn't really have any quote-unquote
And that's a lot of the
progression.
issue I have with just a lot of platformers. It's always the exact same move, just it's with quicker reaction times for jumping mechanics. Not bad, necessarily. There are plenty of people who speedrun and love the crap at all that kinds of stuff, and even plenty of people who enjoy just running around doing stuff on platforms. And that's fun. It's just not my style.
Okay.
That's why I personally am also a really big fan of things like RPGs. Yes, there's a lot of menus and numbers and blah, 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 and that's not your thing. And
It's
that's
not my thing.
fine. I get that.
Remember Hunter's advice.
Yeah.
What? Why? Why? That's
Yeah.
another thing. The save function doesn't really do anything. Like, it doesn't even actually seem to look like it saves your progress. You just run by, she shows up, sometimes she'll say something, and then she throws a little blue thing at you. And
that's how you know that you respawn
save
there.
or whatever, which... Okay, I mean, cool, I guess, but why there? Why not just...
Spyro, you've scared the
There's
That's another-
checkpoints.
Okay,
Why don't you
make the blue thing or whatever she zaps you with give you a speed boost. Temporarily. That's all I need. Just a temporary, like, 3-second little extra, like, dash move or whatever.
It's just a
I
checkpoint.
super dash for 3 seconds
It's
whenever she
literally
hits me.
just a checkpoint.
I know, but they could have...
Should I have played this with Dylan, maybe? He likes platformers.
I don't hate platformers. I don't even necessarily dislike them. I have my complaints about the game. Alright? Let me riff on it.
Okay. Jeez.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of, like, riffs and whatnot you can have for a lot of my favorite games.
Yeah. So, hey Johnny, you said you
Go
like
for it.
character progression, right?
Yeah.
Where's the character progression in League of Legends?
Leveling up. You upgrade your skills. So they do more damage. You buy items so that they have different effects on them that change the way your character does things. Also, because there's a stupid amount of champions and whatnot, most games tend to vary at least somewhat in the styles of how you have to play to counter the tactics
Yeah,
of
but you're
the
basically
players.
like but
It's a battle of wits.
But you're
Really, that's what it comes
basically
down to.
you're basically just
League of Legends
playing-
is a 5-on-5 battle of wits.
but hear me out. Sure, you can play as different characters and they change up how you play or whatever, but you're still just basically playing the same game over and over again.
Oh,
right?
sure. Yeah. I am not going to deny that at all. It is literally the exact same formula every single time.
Yeah.
5 guys on this team, 5 guys on this team. But you can say that about every single sport.
Yeah.
And people clearly enjoy those.
Yeah. I don't know.
And actually, those tend to have more static characters than League of Legends does. So... Because League of Legends, these guys are on screen for 20 to 30 minutes at a time. At least in sports, those guys tend to be on screen for hours at a time.
Yeah.
And their rosters don't tend to change terribly much, whereas in League of Legends, after any given patch, it could change drastically depending upon what they decided to do. That doesn't make it... That definitely doesn't make League necessarily a good game, but I enjoy it a lot. However, it has its own issues, and, well, What are you doing?
There's a skill point for land on an idol. Land on idol.
Oh, okay, well,
Is that not the idol I need to be landing on?
I think it means the stone one.
Oh, that one?
Probably.
Ugh. You mean I gotta go through all this? Wait for the guy to break open the lock, blah 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 boo.
You see what I'm getting at, though?
Well, that's only because I forgot to do this. I forgot to be checking for skill points. If I remember to do that from the beginning, I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Alright.
But I mean, this is like, I don't know. This is a completionist kind of game, right? Where you
Sure.
do everything, you collect everything.
Also, I want to reiterate, League of Legends, while I do enjoy it a lot, it is not my favorite game.
Despite the fact that that's all you ever seem to play.
It's not, especially not anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I've moved away from
Oh,
League quite a bit, actually.
Thank God! Like, holy crap! Holy fuck! That used to be.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be kind of a defining feature of me, but in a sense, I outgrew it.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to hear that.
I still enjoy it. I still play it, just not nearly as often. I'm nowhere near as obsessed with it either. It's too much.
Yeah. All right. So we're probably going to be playing Dragon Quest XI after Spyro, right?
That one, I actually will probably have a lot of good things to say about. Because
Yeah.
I massively, massively, massively enjoy RPGs and JRPGs. It is my favorite genre of game. I have yet to come across one that I did not enjoy at all.
I specifically chose Dragon Quest XI because I
It's
don't
new, it's
normally...
somewhat relevant.
Yeah.
It's a JRPG.
I don't normally like JRPGs, as you know, because I don't know, they're really long, and...
especially toward the end, they can get really grindy and kind of tedious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. But I played Dragon Quest XI, like, cause I got on Switch,
Mm-hmm.
just because they had, like, the Definitive Edition, which is now on Steam, by the way.
Yep, and it's on the wish list.
And I've already bought it on Steam as well, so I technically own 2 copies of it now, but...
Regardless.
Yeah, but I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. I never played Dragon Quest before, and I actually ended up really liking it, despite the fact that I don't normally like JRPGs. So, I'm like, fuck
And
it.
you see, there are exceptions to, just about every genre. There's something out there in just about anything you can think of for everybody.
Yeah. How did I get up there before? I feel like there's a way to get higher up. So I go this way to get to that platform. I gotta lag. Gotta turn around here, go this way. But yeah, I might riff a bit on Dragon Quest XI, even though I do like it. I could probably spend my time doing the riffs that on JRPGs,
Mhm.
so you won't be alone in being the grumpy pants, I guess.
And again, I want to reiterate, it's not that I don't like platformers or I think they're all terrible and need to not exist or anything of that sort. I would probably get a lot more enjoyment out of Spyro if there was a little bit more depth to it. It is really simple, and that's probably a lot of the draw of the original game, because it was, I'm assuming, mostly intended originally for children.
Yeah.
I, as an adult, while I could see some of the fun elements to it, it's just not my thing. Again, that's not to say I want to stop recording or that I'm not having a good time or anything. I don't know, I see flaws in it that I just wish were a little bit better. That's all. And again, these are my opinions and not even necessarily, facts. I just voicing my opinion.
Okay. Is it this idol, maybe? Fuck.
Well,
Well, that's fine. I can just get back up there.
are you sure?
I think so. I'm just still unclear what I'm supposed to do for this skill point. Is that
Now,
the...
I do want to say that, of course, there are probably plenty of RPGs and JRPGs out there that are actually just absolute garbage. But I personally have not run across one yet that I did not enjoy at least, 80% of the time I was playing it.
Alright. I just find they're, like, really long. There we go.
Oh, is that one? Okay.
Like, and I don't like turn-based combat. I definitely prefer more the, like the Kingdom Hearts style, where you're,
I like turn-based combat. I like live-action combat, as it were, or like
freeform, free whatever.
Free flow, whatever, non-turn-based, I guess.
Yeah.
But I have a appreciation for turn-based combat because of my growing up with a lot of JRPGs. One of the first action sort of adventure games that I played that was, non-turn-based combat was actually the original Fable when it came out on Xbox. And that, though, that really solidified my love of RPGs because in that you had all your typical, sword skills, bow skills, and magic skills and whatnot, like a JRPG, but it was a lot easier to run around and do things. Now, of course, the game was also very, very linear, but, nostalgia glasses from my childhood, I enjoy the shit out of it, and I'm actually really looking forward to recording Fable Anniversary one of these days, whenever I or you or Craig or whatever get actually around to doing it.
Didn't you already do that with Craig?
We got like 3 or 4 episodes out. It wasn't much, and they're okay.
Okay.
I would like to go back and record it with him again, but I don't know if he's interested in doing that anymore.
I don't know either. I got him as an icon just in case, but I don't actually know if he wants to come back on the channel or not.
I saw something shiny at the top of this wall. You could probably get it, but you'll have to learn how to climb first.
Why don't you climb up there and get it for me and show
Are
me?
you enjoying
Right.
the active camera mode? Okay.
Well, you wanna... Ooh, there's 2 levels we can choose from in here. Sunny Beach or Hurricos?
Boss level.
That's
Guaranteed.
Well, you thought Colossus was a boss level, and it wasn't.
I did. But Hurricos, come on. That's right up there with Toasty and Nork.
We're not...
Nasty Nork. And what was the other one?
For what?
Some of the other bosses. There was another,
Like Jacques? You remember Jacques in a Box?
Yes.
And Dr. Shemp?
Yeah, that one was kind of weird. No, what was the big, smashy club guy? I remember that being I thought that was Crush. Oh.
Hold on, that's... we haven't fought Crush yet.
There was then it must have been his brother or cousin or something, because there was another big, I'm pretty sure blue guy that fucking wild with his club, and you got him once and you had to chase him down through the level.
I think that was Dr. Shemp.
Was it?
Yeah. Hey, we had to flame his butt?
Maybe. I don't remember it. Here, let me look it up real quick.
Okay.
Assuming you've uploaded that far,
No, I haven't uploaded any of Spyros yet.
then I won't be able to look at it. Well,
I'm going to start uploading Spyro after Nancy Drew final scene goes all the way up. We record in bulk, but if you
Yes.
couldn't tell.
yes, we do.
No, wait, not final scene. Scarlet Hand. I already uploaded final scene. So Scarlet Hand is currently going up. Then I'll upload Spyro 1.
Oh, Metalhead, I think is the one I was thinking of.
No, Metalhead's the one that we had to
Oh, that
destroy.
was the robot guy. Right?
Yeah.
Was it Blowhard?
Blowhard was the guy that looked like a tornado. With a beard. I think maybe you might have seen someone fight Crush sometime in the past.
No, yeah, you're right. I guess it was Dr. Shemp. I forgot he was a Nork.
Yeah.
I thought he was a big old, kind of weird dragon-looking guy like Crush there.
Nah.
Oh. Anyway.
It's 30 minutes, so see you guys next time.
Bye.